Die erste. 5, 4, 3. Okay, nochmal.
Hi, welcome to Buhay Abroad and welcome back to another episode of how fellow Filipinos experience life abroad, where we feature inspiring people with their amazing stories. I'm your host, Anya Vanessa Peter, and for this episode, we have personal trainer and fitness model Robert John Solomon Biasca with us. Hey Rob.
Hey, what's up?
Could you please tell us something more about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, but first of all, thanks for having me here.
Thanks for coming.
And of course, you don't have to call me by my full name. Just call me Rob.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
It's Rob. I'm 28 years old. I live here in Cologne, Germany. Was born in Bonn. Yeah, and I work as a personal trainer, fitness model, and act a little bit, or acting. I'm in the acting scene, the German acting scene, for the last 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you become a personal trainer in the first place?
It's all started with me just going to the gym. I started 12 years ago, just working out a little bit with some friends of mine. And I just noticed that after all these years, after a couple of years, my friends kept on asking me about certain stuff, about certain things, all about working out, exercises, and nutrition. And I just noticed that I'm pretty good in that, and I thought I could make a living out of that. Yeah, now it's happening. Now I'm just a personal trainer.
Great. And you mentioned you've been doing this for a few years now, right? So how many years has it been?
Personal training now? For the last 5 years now. I started with 23.
Okay. How does a personal trainer become or get into acting?
In some daily soaps I've been, like in some German daily soaps, I had the urge to just go step in front of the camera because I thought maybe like my persona could be interesting for those stuff, and then it started with one job and now I keep on getting some acting jobs.
And what kind of acting jobs do you have? Like what kind of roles do you usually play? Or is there something in particular that you really like doing? Like what kind of role?
Well, somehow every time I get another job, it's always about me portraying or playing like this lover boy, you know, like a player kind of guy, you know. I don't know why. Do I look like one? I don't know. I'm just
maybe your tattoos. I don't know. I don't want to be too judgy.
Yeah, that's why every time. So that's my role up there. You know, it's the guy who always is with many women and stuff like that. That's mine.
Okay, so basically what we call in Tagalog a babaero.
Babaero, yeah. I think so.
But because you've been doing a lot of different stuff, so what is your greatest motivation in doing that, or what keeps on pushing yourself?
Well, I think we can start with some idols I have been, or people I've been idolizing for many years, especially The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's like this muscular, tall guy.
Acting.
And he's acting, of course, too, and I know I can't be as tall as him. I'm 5'11".
Okay.
He's a little bit taller, I think. He's always been my biggest idol. I always wanted to be like him. That's why I always said, in my mind, that I want to be the Filipino Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's my goal, actually, to go to the Philippines and just try to do something there too. Be a personal trainer, fitness model, and an actor.
Have you been already to the Philippines and tried pursuing acting there yet, or?
No, not yet, because I've been there the last time, I think maybe 20 years ago.
You need to go.
Yeah, I know. And I also actually booked a flight, I think last week I would have been in the Philippines, but my flight was canceled due to Corona and stuff. Yeah, so maybe next year.
Yeah, you should definitely go. I'm pretty sure you'll have an amazing time.
I know, I think I will, yeah.
And speaking of working out, because you look really pretty fit and pretty in shape.
A little bit.
A little bit, a lot. How does your workout routine look like?
Well, right now, as we know, in Germany, we have this lockdown for the last 3 months. So there are no gyms that are open. Yeah, and I've been only working out at home the whole time. Just doing some push-ups, all those stuff, what you do at home, what you can do. But before that, I usually work out 5 to 6 times a week in the gym, and I also do some fighting, because actually I also wanted to step inside the ring.
Boxing?
Well, actually MMA.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I've been doing also Muay Thai and also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, but for the last 4 months, I can do anything. Just work out at home a little bit and go jogging, and that's it.
Okay, so but then you still work out 5 to 6 times a week, or a little less?
Maybe let's say 4 to 5 times a week.
Okay.
which is it's not that much anymore. But
And how has that affected your like fitness goals maybe? Because I can imagine, especially for you, you always have to like maybe lift heavy weights in order to maintain a certain kind of shape, right? So has that really affected your body shape now, or?
I think so. My mental health, I could say, because actually it's also like a little therapy for me just to work out. I think I lost some weight, to be honest, because I'm also dieting because I'm just scared of getting fat. That's why. And these days when I can't work out that much, it's better just to eat less than eat more because I don't work out that much anymore. So that's why I have to see that I still don't eat too much to always keep my six pack a little bit.
And speaking of diet, so if we're not having a pandemic, how does your diet look like? What do you eat?
My diet is actually pretty Filipino. I eat rice daily.
Really?
Do you eat rice actually?
Yeah, but not daily, I have to admit.
I count my calories. I use a certain app like on my phone, which helps me to count my calories, keep track of my calories, my daily calories. I just eat rice and chicken, the typical stuff. Rice and chicken, drink my protein shakes.
Okay.
It's not that special actually.
If you're counting your calories, how many calories a day are you allowing yourself basically?
Yeah, well right now, it always depends on how much I weigh.
Okay.
Right now I weigh about like 87 kilos. I eat about 2,800 calories per day, which isn't actually a lot.
Okay. Oh,
For
that's
me.
not a lot. Yeah, that's not a lot.
It isn't.
But if you're like working out a lot, like weightlifting, how many calories do you consume?
It's actually relevant to see on days where you work out, you
Yeah.
can eat more. On days where you don't work out, where you have your breaks, you have to eat less.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. It varies between 3,000 to 4,000 on training days, and I really stay under 3,000 when I don't work out.
Do you find it really hard sometimes? Let's say you have to eat 4,000 calories, right? Do you find it sometimes hard to actually eat 4,000 calories?
It is pretty hard, it is.
Yeah, because sometimes you just have to stuff yourself, right?
It is, yeah, it's true. But I drink a lot of shakes.
Oh, okay.
So that's, for me, it's much easier to do that like that.
Okay.
Instead of eating the whole time. I can't.
Okay.
That's why I drink a lot of protein shakes, and actually that's okay. Like after all these years, I've been doing this for 12 years now, you get used to it.
When you said you're actually counting your calories, what do you actually weigh your like protein, for example, or how do you measure it basically? Because I'm not counting my calories, so I actually don't know sometimes
You
how
don't
much.
need to.
Yeah, but I don't know how much I'm actually eating, and I can imagine it must be hard to like portion everything accordingly.
Well, I have a scale at home.
Okay.
And I do weigh my food.
Okay.
Like everything I eat, I just weigh it. Count my calories, I track it, so it means I have, for example, I eat 200 grams of protein per day,
Yeah.
about 200 grams of carbs per day, and 70 grams of fat. And that's why I just keep on measuring everything, so I know that I really don't get over those measurements.